What's up, everybody? It's Indigon. And I know you guys who watch my channel think I pretty much only hunt quarters and half dollars. And believe it or not, I do try to hunt some other denominations. It's just more often than not, they look like this. And this is yet another, I think it's the third or fourth on the year, but these are 2023s, full BU box of dimes. So I'm going to edge hunt those and pretend they didn't exist. But I did get a box of nickels. And these, for a pleasant surprise, are not full BU. So I might actually have a nickel hunt. So, all right, if you guys want to see this, stick around. Bring in the first find. Just got done with roll number 6, and we're going to have our first 40s find, a 1947. And this one, if I can get it to focus, is out of San Francisco. So 47S. We also had a 54 out of Philly. Excuse me. I did have a 64D that was meant to be scoped. But a 1970S. So I'm on the East Coast. I keep all my San Francisco minted nickels. We got a 70S, a 47S, and a 54 Philly. Bring in on the next one. Just finished roll number 10 and didn't have any more finds, but we have 3 upgraders now. A really nice 1985 Philly that may potentially upgrade my personal album. Have excuse me, a 1971 Denver in pretty good shape, and a really nice 1963 that's still got some luster floating around in there. It is not a Philly, but you know, look at that. It's still got luster. So 3 potential upgraders and 10 rolls down. Bring in on the next one. Roll number 11 is going to give us a nice, okay 1940. Come on, focus. Does have a big gash on Jefferson's coat there, but 1940 Philly. Bring in on the next one. Just finished roll number 15. We got 3 more finds. So we got this 1952 out of Philadelphia. So it's okay. Got this nice 1954. Pretty decent detail. Again, this one also out of Philly. But we got this really, really nice blazer of a 57. And you see it's still got luster on it, but it's got an incredibly weak strike. So look at the center there. See how flat that is? And then look on the reverse. So you still got luster. So this isn't super worn, but there's no steps. There's halfway up the pillars is missing. Sense is super weak, but 5 is really strong. Pluribus is super weak. And then you've got Unum. E plur is pretty good, but then bus is really weak. So I think this is probably a grease strike, although it kind of looks almost like there was a clip somewhere, but I don't see a clip on either side. So I don't know what exactly is going on with this one, but it's in really nice shape, so it's probably a book upgrader. But nice 1957 Denver. Bring in on the next one. Roll number 20 has been hunted, and going to have a few more finds. First of which are these 3 nice upgraders, potential upgraders. My camera will focus. So 92p, 89p, and 87p. So I'll check those against my album. Also had a 69 Denver and a 70 San Francisco. The 70S isn't in great shape, but the Denver's pretty nice, so it may upgrade as well. Had a 1952 Philadelphia and a pretty nice 1958, although it's got some corrosion. The detail is really nice on there. There's little hints of luster still hidden, but like I said, unfortunately, this has still got some corrosion on it. So pretty nice 1958. So yeah, bring you in after the next 10 rolls, or if we have a decent find. Roll number 21 is going to give us a find from the 40s, a 1949 out of Philadelphia. Bring in on the next one. Roll 23 is going to give us a 1972 Philadelphia. And check out the strike through on that. So you see, if I can get it to focus, you see right through Unum and then down in towards the Monticello, or Monticello, however you want to say it. I'm not here to judge, but you see that nice, valley there? That's not post-mint damage. It doesn't look damaged anywhere. There's nothing on the obverse. There's nothing on the rest of the coin. It goes under the lettering on the coin. Pretty neat. So, pretty neat little strike through. Bring in on the next one. I'm at the halfway point of the box now, and I got two more potential book upgraders. A 1997 Philly and a 1993 Denver. And then also a very gross, not good looking 1970 out of San Francisco. So, I believe that's a San Francisco. It might even be a Denver now that I'm looking at it through the scope or through the phone. Yep, San Francisco. So, halfway point, I will bring you in at the end of the next 5 rolls or on the first find. Roll 27 is going to give us a couple weird looking edges here. So I don't think this is going to be anything except damage, and that one is not. Let's see, I was looking at another one, I think down here, right there. And also not. So, yep, nothing out of those, so just figured I'd bring in. Roll number 30 is going to give us a 1952 out of Denver. Bring in at the end of the next 5 rolls or on the next find. Roll number 35 is going to give us one more find from the 40s. This one, a 1940 out of Philadelphia. So, oldest coin in the box so far. Yeah, out of Philly. So, sorry, just caught that one a little bit. Then I got 2 more potential book upgraders. Now I'll bring you back in on the next roll. Number 37 is going to give us another 1940, also out of Philadelphia. Bring in on the next one. Roll number 38. We got a couple more to check against the album and another 68S, but I've got a reverse facing S mint mark 1940S. Pretty sweet. Bring in on the next one. Roll number 40 is going to give me a find I have never found before. A counter-stamped nickel. ABD loves SLS 2022. So this is interesting. This looks like something that maybe somebody handed down at a wedding. I don't know. It's interesting that they would buy the counter stamps. But that's pretty cool, man. I kind of like that. Now, if you know who ABD and SLS are, send them the video. That's pretty cool. So, yeah, that is definitely a first. Bring in on the next one. Roll 41 is going to give us the new oldest find of the box, a 1939 out of Philadelphia. And let's check it for some doubling. Not the double die. So, 1939, bring in on the next one. Roll number 43 is going to give us a Philadelphia minted 1941. Bring in on the next one. Roll 45 is going to give us an upgrade, a album upgrader, almost certainly. It's a 1991 Philly with some album toning already. I mean, it's a beautiful coin. Look at that. Just really, really nice. Looks like it's got some steps too. But it's also going to give us the first 2024 Denver nickel. And this one's actually in really nice shape for coming out of a circulated roll. So these are the new modern key date. So I've got one for the album. So pretty sweet. An upgrader and an addition in the same roll. Bring in on the next one. Roll number 48 is going to give us, ironically, a 1948 out of Philadelphia. Bring in on the next finder at the end of the box. Roll 49, and I missed it by the edge there, but we're going to have a buffalo nickel. And it is very, very nasty and corroded looking, but it's all there. Out of Philly. And do not think I'm going to be able to get a date on that. right now. I'm going to soak it in some acetone. But I do have a bottle of Nicodate that I have never used. So, yeah, I may end up Nicodating this one to see what we got. But because I'm not seeing anything. But I'm going to dunk it in acetone first, see if any of that green comes off. Looks like old PVC maybe or something. I don't know. But the reverse detail is actually pretty nice. So got a Buffalo, roll 49. Bring in on the next one. All right, that is it for the box. The last 3 rolls gave me 3 more potential upgraders, a 97 Denver, a 2002 Philly, and a 1965 nickel. These don't come out very often. Seems like all of the nickels are dated 64 Denver, and all of the quarters were dated 1965. So, anyway, let me go through all of this stack of finds over here and the known upgrades / additions over here. And I will see what I can do on this Buffalo nickel before I bring you back in. All right, and there's all the nicer nickels that I pulled out to check against the album. Starting in 2006 Denver and working backwards. Had some 2004s and 5s. Pretty nice 02. Then we had some 97s, P and D, 95 Ps, 93 Denvers, 92 Phillies, 91 Philly, which I'm almost certain that's an upgrader, if not an addition. 89 P, 88 P, 87 P and D, 85 Phillies, and then in the 70s had a okay-ish 77 and okay 75. Not all these are great. 73 had that 72 with the apparent strike through. 71 Denver, and then had 3 70S's, which remember I keep all of my San Francisco minted nickels. Had 2 69Ds, 68D, and some 68S's. Okay 65, not great. It's got some damage on the cheek, but it might be an addition. Really decent 63 though. If I can get my phone to focus, there we go. And a nice 61 Denver. And then starting in the 50s, we had a really nice 58 Philly. We had a really, really nice 57 Denver. It's still got some luster on it. That's probably the nicest coin of the whole hunt. Not a step in sight, but still a really nice coin. Had some 54s, some 52s, and a 52S. And then we had 49, believe that was a Philly. Yep. 49, 48 Phillies, and the 47 was a, if I can read it, San Francisco. Then we had the 41 Philly, the 40 Phillies, and the 40S. And then the oldest one, which I know is going to be an addition to my book, is this 39 Philadelphia. Not the DDO. But we also had the 24D, which is an addition. So 2 guaranteed additions, a lot of chance for some more and some upgrades. So let me go ahead and go through the albums real quick, and I'll bring you back in with a list of what I added. All right, and there is a look at all of the additions and upgrades. So first off, we had the 1939 out of Philadelphia. You can see that one right there. We had the 1947 out of San Francisco. That was an addition. The 1949, 1952 out of Philly was an addition. And the 52D upgraded. The 54, while not in great shape, was an addition. The 57, if I can find it. Yep, here we go. 57 Denver is a beautiful, beautiful upgrade, as was the 58. 58 has a little tiny bit of corrosion on it, especially on the reverse, but both of these are just beautiful. That 57 might be the prettiest nickel in the whole album at this point. But had those, had the 63 on a Philly, which is a really nice shape. Had the 68 Denver, which upgraded. Had the 77 right there, which upgraded. Had the 85P, if I can find that, next page. 85P, this one upgraded, and this one is actually full steps, whereas the other one, see if I can get it, it's kind of hard to show in the album, but the one I took out of there didn't have any steps. That 85P is full steps, which is 5 full steps, I should say. Had the 89 Philly, which upgraded. The 1991 Philly upgraded, as did the 92. And then on this back page, we only had one, and it was the 97 Philly. So that was the first album. And then the second album, we had one upgrade, which was this 2006 Denver. Does have a little hit on the cheek, but it's still nicer than the one that was in here. And the 2024 Denver, so the low mintage modern key. And I didn't look for the 2023s. I thought they were already in here, to be perfectly honest, or I would have just pulled them out. I'll grab them next hunt. So other than those two, the only thing this album is missing is the proofs, the 2024 Philly, and the two 2009s. So I'll be on the lookout for those as always, and I'll try to grab the 23s next time, and hopefully we can find a 24 Philly. So that was a lot, but if you enjoyed this, please hit that thumbs up. If you'd like to see more, please subscribe. I will be hunting more nickel boxes this year, and for all of you who made it this far, thanks for watching. Just in case you thought I forgot about the Buffalo nickel, this is it after a little bit of acetone. Unfortunately, so the reverse cleaned up really nice, actually. Unfortunately, the obverse not so good, but you can see we've got a partial date down there, 1920 something. I believe it is a 6, if I can find the date. So yeah, there's the 9 right here, the 2, and then I believe this is a 6. It is a Philadelphia. There's no mint mark, so it's not really worth nickedating. But I'm going to call that a 1926 Buffalo nickel. So, not bad. You know, still love finding a Buffalo nickel in a box in circulation in 2025. So, 99-year-old nickel. But yeah, thanks for watching.